television and media, the majority of people shown in powerful positions are European males. Indigenous people are stereotypically thought of as aggressive, drunk, homeless, and several other negative assumptions and connotations. It is important to give credit to Aboriginal artists that have successful careers and have traditional cultural backings that support them. They have used their art forms as a powerful method of self-determination. As you can see here, there are many different Indigenous art forms that are beautiful and sometimes underappreciated in modern culture and media. Each artist is valuable because they have the information and platforms to get their world across the world. They all attempt to educate their audiences, whether it's through a book, a movie, or a play.
Renalta Arlick is a revolutionary artist that through traditional teachings was able to share her strong sense of culture through her artist form. She is originally from Fort Smith, Northwest Territories, and has landed in many towns throughout her life. Lately, you can find her at the Indigenous Arts and Creativity Center as she is the Director of Indigenous Arts in Banff. Renalta is also an actress. She writes and performs in plays. She's an artist in residence and she writes poetry. She has a book called Thoughts and Other Human Tendencies. One of the best things about Renalta is that she uses her voice to educate people through Indigenous stories. The Akpik Theatre website says that her ambition is to continue going down the road of an artist, to keep her culture living, and believe it natural that our stories be told through the arts. Lucy Tiligarjuk, while did not always desire an artistic career, nevertheless she is irrefutable talented. Growing up in Igloolik, Nunavut, Lucy learned the culture of her people through oral traditions. She was well connected with her culture. She is now renowned for her throat singing skills as well as her acting abilities, as she has acted in Antrhopolgy, The Fast Runner. She also directed Tia and Pujik. She took part in revitalizing a core story that is influential in her culture when she played in The Fast Runner. The first movie that she directed, Tia and Pujik, was released September 8, 2018. One of the main characters is actually her daughter, Nuvia. Lucy has taken her fame and used her position to protest by refusing to sing for an MP. She wanted to make a statement about the seismic testing in Baffin Bay and how she does not support it.
Piyuk, look.
Hay gisi. Kapya sumudisi.
Richard Van Camp is a renowned author and storyteller that has been writing since 1996. He is a proud member of the Dogger Nation on Fort Smith, Northwest Territories. As an avid reader growing up, Van Camp never read anything about his life as a Northerner and never saw anything written about his experiences. This aided him when he was receiving his master's degree in creative writing and composing his first book. Van Camp's first well-acknowledged piece of literature was his novel The Lesser Blessed, which is centered around a Dogger teenager who we see grow up and develop as a character. The novel was so well acclaimed that there was a film adaptation made in 2012 about the coming-of-age story. On top of the novels, Van Camp has also written short stories, children's novels, and graphic novels. Welcome Song for Binbee, A Lullaby for Newborn, was the official selection of Books for BC Babies program, and the book was given to every newborn baby in British Columbia in 2008. His stories mainly involve mental health and coming-of-age stories. He has won several awards for his work, including his most recent R. Ross Arnett Award for Children's Literature for Little U in 2015.
And so now we've covered all of the organs. So, as a reminder, the organs that structure the body comprise of at least two tissues working together for a common purpose. Larry Soul, what, pray tell, organ am I pointing at?
Mr. Hairston, that would be the organ that you're missing.
As we have discussed in class, the horrendous cultural genocide that has taken place throughout Canada's history has unprecedented effects that have negatively affected thousands of Indigenous people. From the notorious residential schools, several people had lost touch with their cultural ancestry and turned to substance abuse as a result. The photo depicted above was sculpted to illustrate a man suffering greatly with a bottle embedded into his head, which shows a terrible coping mechanism some turn to. Eventually, this turned into a stigma that socially classified Indigenous people as unreliant, dangerous, and abusive. Colonization has led to the destruction of natural ecosystems that have existed in Canada for centuries. All three artists that have been mentioned all use their platforms and artistic abilities to educate many people about traditional cultural teachings. These artists are also helping us eradicate the racial stereotypes that are evidently still present today.